Hi guys, today I'm gonna do a video on canker sores, which are little yellow spots which appear in the mouth. Sometimes they can be triggered by stress or by some foods, and I've got a lot of stuff with me which I show you, and some of it works better, some of it works less. So that's what I got here, and I'll show you in a minute. But first I want to say, if you want to try some of those things I'm having here with me, then please check with your doctor first, because this is no medical advice. That's just what works for us and what we do if we never we have a canker sore in our mouth. Okay. Some things are natural approach, some things are more chemical. I personally think that this one, it is the chlorhexamide mouth gel, 10 milligram, works best for me because it kills the bacteria, and I think it also stops the virus from replication, because canker sores are due to the herpes virus, and the herpes virus, once you have it in your body, it always stays dormant there, but it can be triggered and pop up in different areas of your body. It can be those canker sores, can be shingles, can whatever. I mean, chickenpox. This is all this herpes virus. So canker sores as well. And I think the chlorhexamide mouth gel is a really good one, which helps. And you put it on, it burns, and it doesn't really ease the pain from the canker sore, but it is like a disinfectant, and I think it is really good. And what I do, I use it in change with first this, and a couple of hours later I use this one. This is the chemist gel. It's also a mouth gel, but this one is for pain. If you have a canker sore and it's painful, this one will work like a patch or like a band-aid on that canker sore, and it will numb the pain. So this one does a good job when it hurts too much, but I think it does not really last very long. So this one is more for disinfectant purposes, and this one is for numbing the pain. And I also have another one which numbs the pain, because I'm always trying out different stuff, what works best. And this one is not bad as well. This is the Soloceril Acute. I think I like this one better, but this one lasts longer. So this one is like a better band-aid, but for some reason I like this one better. This one burns, this one does not, at least in my mouth. Okay, so those ones are the sort of patches or band-aids, and are numbing the pain, so you can eat better once you have one, or drink. Okay, next one I'm doing, and it really does hurt as well, but I think this is a wonderful product. This is propolis tincture. It burns like hell as well, because there's alcohol in it, but I don't mind, and then it burns, but it really helps a lot. It speeds up the healing process, and it's antiviral and antibacterial. Propolis is made by the bees, so they produce it to protect their hives, and against parasites and fungus and viruses. So this works wonderful for us as well. And you just drop it on your finger, and then dab it on the canker sore, but be aware it burns as well, the propolis. So okay, and then I got a lot of stuff, and at the end I'm telling you what works totally best, but you can use all of them. It won't do you any harm. They are good products, but as I said, no medical advice. they are good for us, and I hope they are good for you too. Okay, this one is hydrogen peroxide 3%. I filled it in this little bottle with this sprayer on top, but you can get it in any pharmacy. And I would recommend, or you can order it online as well. I would recommend to get the food grade one because you use it in your mouth. So you should make sure you're getting the hydrogen peroxide food grade 3%. This one is not diluted, it's just filled in this little bottle, and then you just spray it on the canker sore. Burns like hell as well, but it's very, very potent. And then you don't swallow it, you spit it out. Don't swallow it, just let it sit a little bit on that canker sore, and if it's further in the back, you use the little water to squish it and spit it out again. Now you just let it sit for a short time, and it will make bubbles, and then you spit it out. Just make sure you don't swallow it. Okay, then in my opinion, the very, very best toothpastes. I got 2 of them, one for everyday use and one which is very abrasive to the teeth, but for canker sores it does wonders. The first one is the Iona toothpaste. Looks like this, and you really only need a little tiny amount, like a pea. It is really you only read tiny amounts, and this is the one I use every day. So this one is really good in preventing canker sores. I hardly ever have them, only if I bite myself, or if I don't know, if I eat nuts. I'm telling you about that one later. I never ever eat nuts because they cause somehow canker sores in my case. Okay, this is the Iona, which I use daily, on a daily basis, in the morning and in the evening. And this one is the one I said before, which is really abrasive to the teeth, but this is called Canker Candy Dust, and you can order it. I ordered it online at Canker. It's called the Tooth White Mint, and obviously the tooth white tells you it is abrasive, but I'm not really, you can use it for whitening your teeth, of course, but it is a wonderful item for numbing and soothing and making the canker sores pain-free. So what you do, you take just a little, it looks like this, it's like, it's hard, huh? Not in the beginning, when it comes, it is kind of soft, but it dries out, it doesn't matter. You take a little bit of that powder, you see, and then put it on your finger, like this, and then you just dab it on the canker sore, and it works so good. I mean, it's fantastic. I think it's due to the camphor and clove and whatever is in there. It does wonders. Okay. Next product is, you got a lot on hand here, is it's chamomile concentration, chamomile extract, whatever. It's for squishing in the mouth. It is also with alcohol, so you put it in water, and it's like a mouthwash. And another good mouthwash, which I forgot to take with me up here, is the green Listerine. It's also the green Listerine is with the chlorhexamate. I think that's the ingredient there as well. And the green Listerine does wonders as well, but this is more on the chemical side, and this one is on the natural side, because this is chamomile and the alcohol, like a tincture, and use it as a mouthwash. Okay, like here, 20 drops into water, and a half full glass of water, and then just squishing it and spitting it out, or holding it in the mouth for a little while, just to let it sit on the canker sores. That does wonders as well. And the Listerine, the green one, is a very good mouthwash as well. Okay, now we are coming to the natural stuff, but the propolis and yeah, the chamomile tincture. This is natural stuff as well. So you see it goes a little bit like, okay, here. This one is what I take internally. As I said, it is a herpes. It is caused by the herpes virus. And to get the herpes outbreak under control and stop the herpes virus from replicating, lysine is a very good product. So these are lysine capsules. They're with pure encapsulation, and you can use them because anything that's high in arginine, it will worsen the herpes virus, and foods that are high in lysine will fight it. So to help your body, you can take these capsules, and so like I would take them as long as you have the canker sores, and as soon as they are going away, you can stop it. So they are just a remedy I use whenever I'm having to deal with the virus. Okay, so the lysine, and that was something I mentioned before. To me, it often is food related. The outbreak of the herpes virus, sometimes not always, sometimes it is stress, but it is a lot. It is due to foods I eat. I found out, and everyone is different, so I don't know what's causing your outbreak, but in my case, I found out that nuts are really, really not good for me. And why? Because they are high in arginine. This is one of the foods that are so high in arginine. And when I eat nuts, I can be sure to have a herpes outbreak. And what also triggers a canker sore in my mouth, if I take a ibuprofen tablet. So they were good for pain whenever you have pain, but in my case, I found out whenever I take a ibuprofen, then I can be sure to have a canker sore like 2 or 3 days afterwards. That's what I found out. And those nuts, as I said, and beans, peas, stuff like that. I mean, beans, I stay away from beans because they are also triggering canker sores or producing them. And you should also, I mean, once you have a canker sore, you should really stay away from acidic stuff like citrus fruits or citrus, like lemons, oranges, all that kind of ciders. Everything that's citric triggers it and makes it worse. So, and what is also really not a good idea once you have a canker sore is to eat tomatoes. They are nightshades, and they also can trigger or even make it worse. So, I mean, I love tomatoes. I love them, but when I have a canker sore, I really try to avoid them. And then when you have a canker sore, you should also avoid bananas and potatoes. I have found out they really hurt. And what actually soothes them, and I think that's due to that film, is our eggs. Eggs are, if they are soft eggs are working wonders. They somehow put like those things like a film, a natural film, on them, and they are really soothing and helping. So once I get one, I eat a lot of soft eggs because they obviously work or help. Okay, and yeah, the lysine. Next one is what I take, but only if I have an outbreak, then I take the vitamin A. It does work for me. It is also somehow suppressing the virus, and yeah, I'm having the drops. I guess they are also in another form, in tablet form. That's what I got, vitamin A drops, and I'm doing 5 undiluted, and then drink some water. But you have to read the label. This one you have to do 5. It depends on the concentration. And then often canker sores or herpes virus can be caused by a vitamin B deficiency. So what you should also do when you have an outbreak, you should get a high quality vitamin B complex. It should be a natural based complex. This is based on quinoa sprouts. So I would really recommend to get a natural vitamin B complex to make sure your outbreak is not due to vitamin B deficiency, and if it is, you can fill up on your vitamin B. So okay, next one, what I also take internally, this was the lysine, the vitamin A and the vitamin B complex, which I not only do topically but also swallow, is the zinc. I got 2 different products here. I show you. Doesn't matter which one, not both of course, but you choose one. I prefer this one, the kids prefer that one, doesn't matter. This is the zinc, 25 milligrams, and I'm taking 50 milligrams per day if I have an outbreak. And these are the drops, which also work, ionic zinc. Well, as I said, I'm taking like 50 milligrams a day if I have a canker sore, as long as it's in the mouth, and when it's gone, I stop it again. And the last thing I have is from the garden, from our garden. And this is a wonderful product too. It is a natural product, only made by nature, and it smells wonderful. It's sage. And what I do is I boil water and you know, I just pull those leaves in little chunks and then pour it in the cup. Boil the water, pour it over it, and let it sit for like 10 to 20 minutes, something like that. Then strain it, and then squish it in the mouth like a mouthwash. I bought for like 30 seconds, 40 seconds, something like that. Not too long, because you're getting like a cotton ball mouth if you do it too long. But it has this dry out effect, which is good for the canker sores, but don't overdo it. And you do it like 3 times a day, 4 times a day. You can let the cup sit, and you wait till it's a little bit cooled off, and then you start squishing it once it's lukewarm. And then you can also use it cold, of course. Next day in the evening you pour it away, and next day you make a new cup. But you can use this tea for the whole day to squish as a mouthwash. And this is really actually the best mouthwash, I think, because nature has the best remedies. And yeah, so we are gone through all the stuff I have and I do for canker sores. I hope something does magic for you. The best thing the products I like best are this one, the toothpaste, which I use daily, which hardly ever make me have an outbreak. The propolis I like a lot, and in case of an outbreak, the Clorox Med, as I showed you before, and this one was as well one of my favorites. Yeah. And the patch things, the Band-Aid things, they are good if it hurts too much, but I don't know if they have so much healing properties. But the internal stuff I would recommend, of course, because that's really giving you a boost. And yeah, the sage. I love the sage. Okay, so hopefully you get your canker sore under control as fast as I do when I get one. And yeah, wish you all the best. Bye bye.